riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
Well, hello everybody. As you know, for a few years now I've been towing a Winnebago Micro Mini, and recently Winnebago, you know, we started talking and they decided to make me a brand ambassador, since I've been kind of an ambassador unofficially for all these years. I know a lot of you have purchased the Micro Mini model because you've seen my videos, so they decided to give me a brand new Micro Mini. And here you see it. But before I continue, Adam from Winnebago, he did a quick introduction while we were there at the factory, so I'm gonna cut that in right now.
We're here in balmy Middlebury, Indiana at Winnebago Towables factory, where I know Robert kind of teased everybody this morning, letting you know that he was here, but he is here taking delivery of his brand new 1708 FB Micro Mini. He has got the 2015 1706 FB. We are partnering with Traveling Robert for the next 12 months, I believe, right, Cassie? So we got Cassie back here from marketing. So, but yeah, so we're excited to get our 1708 FB Micro Mini. We've got the beautiful new gel coat front cap. Got the thicker core baggage doors. Of course, you know, Robert has talked about the 15-inch tires and axle lift kit when he's made some comparisons to his 1706 to our 1708. So that would be a nice feature for him. The dual aluminum entrance step. We've got all of the LED exterior lighting with the reverse lights integrated in. Not to ruin any of this stuff, so Robert has some stuff to it, but we've partnered with King, Progressive Dynamics. We've partnered with GoPower, so we've added solar panels, we've added cell booster, Wi-Fi booster, all at the request of Traveling Robert. So you'll get more deep dive info on that as he dives in and learns how to use all of that. But again, we're just really excited to have Robert here at the factory taking delivery of his 1708 FB. Looking forward to getting a lot of cool features and stories from him on the road, and for him to provide all those great stories for all you guys as followers there. So please stay tuned. Oh, I forgot Truma. You can see there we got the AquaGo there, the Comfort, right?
Yep.
So
Comfort Plus.
Comfort Plus. Comfort. So again, stay tuned, keep following in, tune in, and he will keep working through all these upgrades and talking about the differences from his 1706 to the 1708 here. And we all look forward to all your stories and learning a lot more.
All right, so you heard it. I'm gonna have this unit for a year. Here we're gonna travel around in it, and today I'm gonna just give you a quick walk around. That's the whole idea, and I'm gonna point out some of the differences and the similarities as well between this and my old 1706. Yeah, this one they called it the 1708 because they made it a couple of inches longer. He said to accommodate some of the stuff in the kitchen, and I mean, it's almost unnoticeable, but some things are a little bit longer. This one comes with the Explorer package, the Comfort package, Asdel composite on the walls, which I think it means that there's no more wood materials on the siding and the panels. So I guess that's better in case of water damage or anything like that, right? Main difference here, as you can, I don't know if you can tell on video, but it is a lot higher. It's a lot higher than the 1706 FB, and it comes with these all-terrain tires, which are part of that Explorer package, and they are very nice because, as you know, if all goes well, I'm probably gonna be going to Alaska, and those are gonna come in very handy. And the lift kit is adjustable, so you can take it to a shop and they can put it. They could lower it 4 or 5 inches, I think. Let me show you here. It looks almost the same at first sight, but the windows are different. As you can see, it's no longer that awning style window. It's a sliding window, and this one in particular in the bedroom is very large, and it feels a lot less. Minitini 1 felt a little claustrophobic at times, like the windows were very, very heavily tinted, And well, you remember, I've talked about those windows. So I kind of like these windows a lot better. And let me show you, because one of the things that they did, as Adam said, they made some upgrades that I requested, and originally I thought about doing some of them myself, but Winnebago actually did most of them, or all of them actually, and you know, it's professionally made, so it's a lot of it is better than if I had done it myself. For example, they did one of the main ones is the battery system, and all I asked was like you know, better battery and an inverter and solar. But in this one they went kind of above and beyond, and they gave me a lithium battery. I was thinking AGM, to be honest, but they got me a lithium 125 amp hours and a 2000 amp Xantrex inverter there that can even run the microwave, which is good. No air conditioner, but at least the microwave, which is always good, because you know, when I have my Cuban coffee in the morning, there's always a little bit left that I reheat in the microwave usually, so that's really handy. What else? Eventually I'm gonna have to come up with some protective cover here, because I'm afraid the car going here shifting around might damage the unit. And besides, it's supposed to have like 2 inches of clearance here for ventilation, so that's something that I'm gonna have to do eventually. Here, of course, we don't have a battery here in the where it would usually go, and I might use it, depending on the tongue weight and all that, I might use that to put like a small generator or something. We'll see. This is the larger cover, but it does have only the, you know, it's not the larger tanks. It's just the 20-pound tanks, which I actually like better, because you can exchange those at like Home Depots and stuff like that. We have an electric jack. They gave me because I asked for a weight distribution hitch, and they gave me this Husky, which works amazingly well. I was a little skeptic at the beginning, since I've been using the Prop Ride, but this one worked. I mean, I haven't encountered any heavy winds or anything like that, but no sway whatsoever. This is a little ventilation thingy in case I decide to change that battery into a you know, lead acid at some point. What else should I talk about here? Well, yeah, it does have the 2-step ladder there. Let me show you the roof real quick here. This is the roof. As you can see, we have the solar panels. They did put a MaxxAir vent there, and we have 2 antennas here, one for Wi-Fi, and the other one is actually one for Wi-Fi and TV, and the other one is for the cellular booster. And here we have the vents, and that's about it. It's a curved roof. The roof in Minitini one was flat. This one is kind of curved. By the way, it's pretty cold here. My hands are freezing. It comes pre-wired, like for a backup camera. Here we go. One of the things that I like about it being so high off the ground is that now my sewer is really high off the ground, so there's a lot of you know, slope for gravity to do its thing. The jacks are this, and they're no longer scissor jacks. They're like these jacks that are like really flat to the top. You know, it's it helps with the high clearance of the trailer. So as you remember, I broke one of my jacks last year at the RTR. That wouldn't happen with this trailer whatsoever. It's really made for off-roading. The other thing that they did for me was the Truma AquaGo water heater. And as you know, I changed the original water heater that came with Minitini one for a Truma. And I'm a believer. I really like the Truma water heaters. And I spoke to the rep at the Winnebago factory, so I'm gonna cut that in right now so he can tell you a little more about it.
Yep, Jonathan Ellis with Truma here, showing off the AquaGo in the new RV for traveling Robert here. The door itself is very robust, polycarbonate plastic, the same material as bulletproof glass. So it is going to hold up. It's also, you can see it locks in here at the bottom and at the top. Once it's shut, there's no way this thing's ever going to fly off. And even if you do happen to leave it open, there's a couple straps that are going to hold it in place. So you're not going to lose your door, so that's pretty important, especially when you're doing as much RVing and traveling as you are. You do also have, this is probably our most recognizable feature, the easy drain lever, and I think there is a little bit of water in here. No, there's no water in here, it's completely empty. Pop out your stainless steel filter cartridge. You can see that. If you want to winterize this thing, it is as easy as releasing pressure, pulling down on this lever, draining out the water inside the water heater or your water lines if you're not bypassed. This can actually stow right inside here. You can close this back up, and you can go down. Now you're good for the winter, knowing that your water heater is completely safe. And this is a premium water heater. It's not something that you want to freeze and then have to start fixing. There's some features for this product that just make it outstanding. First off, it is unlimited hot water. So if you have full hookups, you can take a 45-minute shower if you wanted to, and that's no big deal. But also in comparison with some of the tankless products out there, it's a completely variable burner. So it's not just 1 or 2 stages where you're heating, which limits actually its ability to change under changing conditions. But it doesn't matter if your pressure is changing, the volume of the water is changing, the temperature of the water is changing. It's going to remain a very constant 120 degrees out of this unit. So that means if you're taking your shower, somebody kicks on the hot water somewhere else, or in a bigger unit, somebody turns on the washing machine, no big deal. So it is really going to maintain that constant temperature.
1 liter small tank inside, right, to regulate the.
Yep. So that's that stepless burner is one thing that really makes sure that you get that constant water temperature. Like you're saying, you can see behind, you have this black, we call this our mixing vessel. So inside there, really cool piece of technology. The water comes out of that heat exchanger, flows around, and then goes back up. It's actually acting as a buffering system for the hot water coming out of that heat exchanger, again, ensuring never any spikes in temperature. So you want to be sure you're getting consistent temperatures, especially when you're in the shower. And this is going to make sure that you get that. Something else that's really cool about this that you don't get with other tankless water heaters is the ability to use a very low amount of water. So you can operate this thing down to just a tiny little trickle of water, about 1/4 gallon per minute, and it is going to still kick on, give you the hot water you need without just going cold, because it still recognizes flow through the system. So that's really important when you're heating on demand. It also operates up to very high volumes of water, so even if you're using multiple taps, it's still going to keep up. So that's not something you have to worry about. So all in all, it's one of those things, you turn it on and it just works, which you're not in your head. That's been your experience. Yeah, so it's, so we appreciate, we're glad that you requested this product here as well.
Thank you. All right, let me open up here the storage on this side. By the way, pretty cool, the magnetic hold up there. What do we have here? Well, I have this is like a reset button and a on and off button for the battery system, for the inverter, I guess. And I think that's all there is on this side. I like the fiberglass in the front. Otherwise, everything else is the same on this side. And I'll probably forget something, but someone will remind me in the comments, I'm sure. Let's go inside. I try to tidy up a little bit, but no, it's still a little, you know me. Whoa, it's alive. I was editing some video here earlier. Let me turn on all the lights. It has a lot of LED lights. And the placement, I like it because it does light up the trailer very evenly. So for television purposes, the lighting here is going to be great. We even have another light here. This is our control panel, very, very similar to the other one. Oh, we have the awning. Let me deploy the awning and show you something. Let me make sure that nothing here. Awning out. And this is actually only the second time this awning goes out. Very nice to have an electric awning, and it doesn't, you don't really have to set up any, like stake anything to the ground. This is it. But this is what I wanted to show you. We have, oh, here we go. Can you see it? LED strip, and this is really nice. It's much better than the patio light that came with the earlier Micro Minis. It really illuminates everything very, very nicely. I like the way it works. Now let me show you the inside. And here we go. We have a big TV. We don't really watch regular TV all that much, but I'm gonna eventually, somewhere in here, put a Roku or an Apple TV or something like that, so we can stream some Netflix and, you know, Hulu, what have you. We have DVD player here and stereo. It's fine, but one of the great upgrades that they did, they added, and let me see if I can do this one-handed. Here we go. King Systems, they added, this is a Wi-Fi extender, and this is a cellular booster, and this is the other antenna for the cellular booster. But I'm gonna let the rep from King tell you more about it, so I'm gonna cut that in right now.
I'm John Wright with King. We're the antenna specialists. We're here to talk a little bit about the Micro Mini and features that King has on there. We have an omnidirectional television antenna that is also pre-wired for Wi-Fi, and we also have the King Extend cellular booster. The cellular booster will be very beneficial to people to be able to continue using their cell phones, iPads, other cellular devices from much farther away from the towers than they could with the devices by themselves. We can go into the coach and take a look at a couple of items. Going back to the cell phone booster, we have the inside antenna, which is movable, and you can see it right here. This is the internal antenna. The external antenna is on the roof.
There it is, yeah, I got it.
There it is. And what this system will do is will increase your signal up to 50 decibels, and for every 3 decibels, we're doubling the strength. So you can look at this cell phone booster at a maximum strength would be about 32 times what your cell phone or iPad could receive on cellular. So it's a very good device. The other thing that we have in here, in addition to the television antenna, and it's kind of hiding behind the TV here, is the King Wi-Fi Max. And the way the Wi-Fi Max works is that with the size of the antennas, we're able to extend the range away from public Wi-Fi sources, such as a campground or a Starbucks. We're able to extend those ranges by twice as far as you could with your cell phone or other devices. So having the access to Wi-Fi from a farther distance or from the same distance but with a stronger signal will allow you to have a better experience on Wi-Fi. It is a secure router using all of the security systems that you will find in your routers at home, and once you're connected to the router, you connect the router to the campground, and then everybody that's connected to your router has secure communications back and forth across the public Wi-Fi system. And the security is a big deal. I can tell you that if you're just connecting to the public Wi-Fi and you're communicating without a secure router, then your information is available between your device and the campground's antenna. So having a secure system will allow you to have all of your information encrypted, sent to the antenna, so that you don't have security risk.
All right, thanks, John, for all that information and,
Absolutely.
and for providing the systems.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Have fun.
All right, pretty cool stuff. You know me. I need to be connected to the internet all the time. That's part of my job, right? By the way, we have here a wireless charger, and I tested it with my Samsung, and it really works. So that's a good thing to have, because maybe you can have your phone here streaming to the TV, and you can have a charger at the same charging at the same time, or even you can have your phone and with a cable connect. Never mind, phones don't have headphone jacks anymore, so scratch that. Here we have, this is very similar to Minitini 1. The only difference is that it is aluminum, and it's a little wider and a little shallower. But before that, let me show you the bathroom. And excuse the bathroom here, I just took a shower this morning. It's very similar. It's almost the same as Minitini 1. Same vent, stock vents. Here's the other roof, what's that called, skylight. Well, in this one now the sink is aluminum. Minitini 1 was plastic. So I like what they've done with the place and the materials. It feels a little better. And whoever, Winnebago, if you're watching, the guy who does your silicone, really good. You should give him a raise. Guy or girl. Very everywhere, very good silicone work. You see, they made the backsplash very similar. It almost looks like a one piece, but it is not. And very nicely done silicone everywhere. All the caulking is very nicely done. I'm impressed. And well, we have the Suburban cooktop. I just made my Cuban coffee this morning, and I've got an oven now. Last night actually I used it for the first time. I made pizza, so now I have an oven. I lose a little bit of storage space in this area because of the oven, but you know, we have plenty of storage elsewhere. Regular microwave, and we have a two-door refrigerator, very large. Don't look at what I have in there. No healthy stuff, but you know, it's there's these days. By the way, I'm recording this. If you're watching in the future, I'm recording this during the beginning of the pandemic. So yeah, Walmart didn't have a whole lot of variety in frozen foods, but I got that. And here at the bottom, we even have a light, and they put a thermometer here. It's actually it works remarkably. It really cools down a lot. Two-way refrigerator, AC and propane. You see what I mean about the windows? It feels very, and I'm sure we'll get great air circulation if we have to open them. And by the way, that's a MaxxAir that they gave me. And here's the controller. It has 4 speeds, open, close, fan off, and it does have a rain sensor. So that's good because you leave it on overnight, and if it starts raining, you know, you won't get a waterfall in here. And off. There we go. I like the color scheme. I like the balances. It feels a lot more modern than my original one. We have power outlets there. That we had that, but now we have USBs also. There's a little there, you know, like a basket to put like your cell phone while you sleep. Don't mind all this mess. And yeah, I am not going to, by the way, replace this with the desk as I did in Minitini 1, at least not for now. Because first of all, it's a kind of like a loner, and second of all, you know, it's we'll see. I'm gonna try to make it work stock, and maybe I'll come up with a brilliant solution to have like a second monitor maybe coming out from the back of the laptop. You know, it's maybe a counter extension. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So to make it comfortable to work on the road, because let's be honest, this small model is really not meant for full timing, right, or working from the road. But we RVers, we come up with clever solutions always. By the way, this here at the door, this is something that we didn't have in Minitini 1, and it is this. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. It's a shade, and it's a regular glass, you know, so you can look out of, or people could look into, which is. But at least you have the shade option, which in the original Micro Mini you didn't have. So I like that. What else do we have here? Storage and all that good stuff down here. The furnace, actually, it's I just discovered this last night. You can move this, and so you can make the air go in whichever direction you want. And actually, the vent in the bathroom now it works. Like it used to be very inefficient in the original Micro Mini. So the bathroom would always be kind of cold. So that's nice. And I want to talk now about the Xantrex system and the lithium battery. And what they did, which is really cool, they put a transfer switch. So whenever I turn on that inverter, I'm boondocking, the whole trailer has power except for the air conditioner, and the system is smart enough to cut out the air conditioner, but I can use the microwave. I don't have to use a separate power outlet like I used to do when I used the inverter. And in any case, let me show you, all the storage is pretty much the same. These drawers are a little bigger. And down here I have storage under the dinette, which I used to have it in the original Micro Mini, but I had to access it through the top here. So now I can access it. And this used to be 2 drawers. Now it's this big cavernous space going back there. And now I'm still gonna accessorize it a little bit more, like you know, maybe figure out a way to put a paper towel dispenser here, like I did in my Minitini one. I had a spice rack here. I still have Minitini one. It's still in storage. I'm gonna put a mirror here, or maybe a mirror here, and another dispenser here, and the shower curtain. At the very least, I'm gonna put some Velcro here so it stays put on one side, because sometimes if you're careless, you could create a small flood here in the bathroom. And I might cut off a couple of inches off the bottom because it's a couple of, like, maybe an inch too long. But you know, it's those little things that you always have to do when you get a new rig, and you personalize it and make it your own. And I'm trying to think of something else, and if I think of something else, I'll put it in right now. Oh, one more thing about the Xantrex system here. It has an app, and the app tells you like how much it is charging or how much you are depleting the battery percentage and all that good stuff. It's actually very, very cool, and it will charge from solar and from shore power, but oddly enough, it won't charge from the alternator in the truck, which is kind of, I guess, is incompatible technologies. That's what the rep told me, but I'm working on a workaround. And oh, by the way, this does turn into a bed, so Mom or Brian might be able to travel with us from time to time. Here's a temporary garbage can, but eventually I'm gonna put one in here, as I did in Minitini one, you know, here on the door. Well, I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. I just noticed that. This time they placed the fire alarm back here. I think it's clever because when the fire alarm was close to the range, whenever you did anything, you know, if you start frying bacon in the morning, that thing would go off. I think here, since it is farther away from the range, it won't be a problem. But the way the air conditioner, same Dometic, still loud, but you know, they're all loud. You get used to it. And I'm trying to think. I know I'm forgetting stuff here, but as I said, if I forgot anything, I'll cut it in back there. So that's it, coming to you from actually pretty chilly Nashville, Tennessee this morning. By the way, very big Tennessee bugs here. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road.
Look out this Sunday for a short video about the road trip to Middlebury, Indiana to pick up the new Micro Mini. And in a couple of weeks I'll make another one as I accessorize it and discover new cool little things about it.
I'm riding in